Hello everyone, I am Dr. Tanmoychem. I welcome you all in my channel Chemistry: The Mystery of Molecules. Today's topic of discussion is ocean warming. It is actually extremely dangerous for the future of mankind, and it is actually a consequence of global warming and climate change. But before going to details, one MCQ for you. I request everyone to attempt this question in the comment box. What is Zetazul and why this is important? Don't worry, at the end of this discussion you'll have the right answer with explanation. Now, what is ocean warming? The definition is actually the ocean absorbs most of the excess heat from greenhouse gas emission, leading to rise in ocean temperature. So this is called as ocean warming. And ocean warming, if you look at it, it's a consequence of global warming. Now, what is the ocean warming worldwide? If you look at this side is positive, temperature increase, and this side negative. Okay, so temperature decrease. Now, if you look at overall, the globe has an average temperature rise except few places like here. Now you'll see, sir, here ocean is getting cooling. Actual phenomena is not, because if you look at this is Greenland. So because of global warming and climate change, the ice from Greenland is actually falling on this ocean, and because of those ice melting, this temperature has a negative temperature rise, means actually cooling effect is observed. But if you look at overall globally, there is a ocean temperature rise only. Now, why should we be worried about ocean warming? The reason is that ocean absorbs vast quantity of heat as a result of increased concentration of greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Why? Because of fossil fuel consumption. Because majority of world's energy is produced by the burning of fossil fuel. Specifically, if I say burning of dirty coal. So that's why these extra greenhouse gases are coming into the atmosphere, and they actually absorb or reflect the sun's energy back into the atmosphere, consequently rise in global temperature. And it is observed that more than 93% of the excess heat from these greenhouse gas emission consumed by the ocean. So majority of heat trapped by these greenhouse gases is consumed by this ocean, and this data collected nearly 1970s, but it is going on from the beginning. I mean, whenever human have started emitting extra CO2. And because of these, there is a ocean temperature rise. So whatever dirty thing we are doing by emitting extra CO2, ocean is managing that extra temperature. Now, how much total temperature rise? If you look at this graph, so you can understand this blue line. So from there you can say, sir, nearly 0.5 degrees centigrade temperature have a rise. So it's actually a big average. But if you look at little closer, so this line should look like this in last maybe 50 years. Agree? So actual rise is this, and not only that, many countries are emitting huge amount of CO2 today also. Actually, I'll not blame them, because they are developing country. They need to develop their infrastructure. For that purpose, huge amount of CO2 emission will happen in future also. So these temperature rise will be even higher. So here you can understand the positive nature of average temperature rise on the ocean. So what will be the global temperature rise if there is no ocean warming? Now you want to know what is the crime human have made. According to this Grantham Institute, the same amount of heat that has gone top of 2000 meter of ocean in between 1955 to 2010, just imagine in between this time. So if that much amount of heat did not go there, it will increase the atmosphere. I mean, we are focusing nearly 10 kilometers. If you look at, then this 10 kilometer would have been faced nearly 36 degrees centigrade temperature rise. It is dangerous. We cannot survive with this much temperature rise. It will look like that, okay, the planet is actually burning. So just imagine what great help this ocean are doing with us. Now the next question is how the ocean is cooling the planet. Actually, it's acting as a heat reservoir. Why? Because the specific gravity of pure water is higher. Means you need to supply huge amount of thermal energy to increase 1 degree centigrade temperature. And if you look at ocean water, they are salty, so their specific gravity even higher. So they even absorb more amount of heat to increase their 1 degree centigrade temperature. Okay, so that's why ocean could be considered as a heat reservoir, means they provide cooling to the environment for hot lands and hotter weather. Means actually they are cooling the environment for hot land, or they are increasing the temperature when there is actually very less temperature on the land. For example, if you look at UK ports, they are actually very cold weather there, but their ports are warm. Why? Because of ocean current. If you look at Murmansk, Russian port, it is ice free all over the year. Why? Because of ocean current. But if you look at opposite side, Vladivostok, the ocean freezes at that time. So because of ocean current, it also provide local environment a cooling or hot effect based on the requirement. So ocean act as a heat reservoir, and ocean current is very, very vital for ocean ecosystem maintenance. Now, how much energy the ocean have absorbed? Now, if you look at the total energy consumption, it like a Zetazul amount, 10 to the power 21. It's too much high. So now I guess you got the answer of your question. After this much amount of energy consumption, average sea temperature rise is still 0.5 degrees centigrade. Why? Because huge amount of water there on the ocean. Nearly 2/3 of the planet is covered with ocean. So that's why we do not have that much significant rise in ocean temperature. But if you look at sea level rise, so it is significant. Even if you look at previously, that ocean temperature rise is yearly 1 to 2 millimeter. But recently, 2013 to 2022, if you look at the rate of ocean temperature rise is 4.62 millimeter per year. This is because human caused climate change is predominantly causing this thing, and the climate change is actually like an auto-catalytic. So it will increase even more. And not only that, when the water is absorbing thermal energy, so it will expand. And because of this expansion, I mean thermal expansion of water contribute nearly 42% sea level rise. So it is really a matter of concern. So what is the consequence of ocean warming? Actually, consequence of ocean warming is Earth's energy imbalance. If you look at ocean temperature, they are higher. So more amount of water vapor will come out into the atmosphere. This water vapor, this gaseous water will bring severe cyclones. Actually, if you observe, the frequency of severe cyclone have increased significantly higher. Atmospheric temperature have increased. Extreme events like drought, flooding, etc. also became very common. Even we have observed recently that the Himalayan states are having extreme rainfall. Not only that, coastal flooding, etc. Even ocean ecosystem is also getting destroyed. So it is really dangerous. Now, impact on marine species and ocean ecosystem, if you look at that, fishes, seabird, marine mammals, they all face very high risk because of this increase in ocean temperature. You will say 0.5 degree increasing, but they are not that much adaptable. Water is everything from them. This much amount of increase also dangerous for them. And it will cause high level of mortalities, and it will result more dead zone. This dead zone is actually extremely dangerous for them, even for us, because of this ocean based food production. And these will result loss of breeding ground and mass movement of species in search of favorable environmental condition. Means you may consider a little cooler environment, but they can move. So they have the option that they can migrate from one place to another, but coral reefs cannot. And if you look at in ocean, coral reefs are very vital for marine ecosystem. So they will also be affected, and it is almost irreversible. They are damaged. And if they are destroyed, then ocean ecosystem will have a very, very irreversible loss, I'll say, by increasing the temperature, which cause coral bleaching and increase their risk of mortality. So it is really, really dangerous. And if I say ocean warming overall, so you can see this is lot more informations are there. Just few of them I have discussed. If you want me to discuss all this, please write in the comment box. I'll try to make another dedicated video on individual topics. Now, this is the overall discussion, but remember, we must awake before it's too late or before there is irreversible damage. Now let's go to MCQ. What is Zetazul? As I told, 10 to the power 21 joule. And if you look at why this is important, so Zetazul means 10 to the power 21. So annual net uptake of thermal energy by the global ocean during 2003 to 2018 is 9.3 into 10 to the power 21. Now you will feel, sir, I cannot get. Just look at Zetazul, just 1000 times. So Zetazul, the total energy from sun that strike on the face of earth each year. Now you understand how much this value is. These oceans are saving us, but we must take step before it is too late. Before ending this video, I request you everyone to write your opinion regarding ocean warming and what are the steps you recommend should be taken in order to deal with this, because we should take steps, otherwise our future will be in danger. So this is the overall discussion for today. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye bye.